Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday, September 5th, 10 a.m. weather briefing. Well, across the region yesterday, we had a fairly seasonable day in terms of the high temperature. Norfolk was the warmest at 85 degrees. Here at Wallops, we got up to a high of 80 degrees for our Labor Day, so it was a beautiful day across the region. And then overnight last night, temperatures slightly above normal. Richmond was the coolest at 64 degrees here at Wallops. We got down to a low of 69. Normally for this time of year, we average out in the mid-60s. No precipitation across the region over the past 24 hours, and currently we do have partly cloudy to sunny skies here at Wallops. Sunny skies with a temperature of 76 degrees as of 9 a.m. Our upper air, our upper air sounding from this morning showing a southwesterly wind at 31 knots at the 1,000-foot level, and then seeing a slight drop off as we go up through the atmosphere through the lower 10,000 feet, and then 12,000 feet we start to see the winds begin to increase again, where we have our wind max out of the southwest at 40 knots at the 20,000 foot level. Our freezing level this morning was at 15,400 feet. We zoom out of the area and just look at the current IR satellite imagery. We do have clear skies across the Wallops area, but as you notice off to the northwest, we do have an abundance of cloud cover in terms of mid and upper level cloudiness associated with a cold front that will be slowly approaching the region this afternoon and this evening, and then eventually beginning to move through the area tomorrow. We'll start to see chances for rain showers and possible thunderstorms during the overnight hours, and then tomorrow several waves of low pressure riding along this boundary as it slowly crosses the region, producing continued chances for showers and thunderstorms throughout the day tomorrow, before eventually moving through the area by later tomorrow evening and eventually pushing offshore by Thursday morning. So as we look at the 12Z surface analysis, again, you see that frontal boundary currently draped over the Ohio Valley and slowly progressing eastward. We do have high pressure that is centered well off the eastern seaboard, which is controlling our weather pattern with a return southwesterly flow, which will allow temperatures to warm back up into the mid to upper 80s across much of the region. Should see some breezy southwesterly winds as well, as the pressure gradient remains tight over the area with that high pressure system offshore and the cold front approaching from the west. So as we look at the Tuesday AM planner, what is the PM planner? The time's a little off on this one. We'll have clear skies throughout the day today, and then clouds will begin to actually increase as we head into the later portions of this evening and during the overnight time frame, and we should see some chances for showers and thunderstorms as well after midnight tonight. It looks like we'll be holding off until about 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, where we'll start to see our rain chances as well as our thunderstorm chances increase. And then showers and thunderstorm chances will continue throughout the day tomorrow and into tomorrow evening, with that front eventually moving through the area and several waves of low pressure riding along that boundary. So it looks like it's going to be a fairly dreary day across the region tomorrow. And as we head into Thursday, we should see that high pressure system behind the front build back into the area and setting up for a couple days of unseasonably cool but pleasant conditions as we head into the later portion of this week and into the weekend. So as we look at the next 24 hours, again, sunny skies throughout this morning, then we should start to see some fair weather Q develop as well as some cirrus move through the area. We'll get up to a high around 86 degrees, but we will see our winds increasing out of a southwesterly direction, southwest at 11 to 16 knots later this morning, gusting to 21 knots, and then potentially gusting to 25 knots with a sustained wind of 13 to 18 knots after the 12 o'clock hour, and that'll continue through about 4 p.m. this afternoon, and then we'll see a slight drop off in the winds as we head into the later portions of this afternoon into the evening, but can't rule out a chance that we do hit that 25 knot mark through about 10 p.m. this evening. Our temperatures will be dropping down into the mid 70s overnight, and then eventually bottoming out around 72 degrees, which was about 7 degrees above normal for this time of year, as our low temperatures are usually in the mid 60s, and we'll start to see rain chances increase by about 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, with about a 20% chance of a thunderstorm, and those chances will increase to about 50% after 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then we'll see a slight drop off to 35% for in terms of thunderstorm chances after 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, but our rain chances will continue. As we look over the Next couple days for Wednesday, again it will be a dreary day, cloudy with rain and scattered thunderstorms likely with a high of 78 degrees, and again a near certainty they will be experiencing rain throughout the day tomorrow and a fairly likely chance of thunderstorms. And then by Wednesday night, with that cold front eventually beginning to move offshore, we'll see just lingering shower chances with a low of 62 degrees. And then for Thursday, can't rule out the chance of some lingering light rain showers during the early AM time frame, but again there'll be a slight chance, and then we'll start to see clouds also decrease throughout the morning, mostly cloudy becoming mostly sunny. We'll get up to a high around 75 degrees. So as we look at the next 7 days, again that cold front slowly moving through the area, chances for showers and thunderstorms, and then high pressure building over the area will set the stage for an unseasonably cool but pleasant conditions as we go into this weekend, with highs in the lower to mid 70s, and you can see the overnight lows dipping down into the upper 50s. So again, gorgeous conditions, but then our attention will turn to what is Hurricane Irma by the end of this weekend into early next week, as there is some uncertainty in terms of the forecast track and what its effects will be for the mid-Atlantic region. Looking at the current satellite infrared imagery of Hurricane Irma, right now just east-northeast of the Lesser Antilles, and looks to continue to progress westward, slightly turning more of a northwesterly direction this afternoon as we go throughout the day today, as that high pressure system well offshore of the eastern seaboard will continue to strengthen and keep Hurricane Irma on its west to northwesterly track. The Hurricane Center right now listing it as a Category 5 hurricane with 175 mile per hour maximum wind gusts and a central pressure of 929 millibars. So very strong hurricane, and it will continue to remain about a Category 5 as it continues to progress westward today. Should start to see a drop-off as it reaches the Lesser Antilles and Dominican Republic, as it'll start to enter some areas of shear and start to move over some land as well, which will act to decrease the storm. But we'll keep an eye on it over the next several days as the Hurricane Center is continuing to progress it westward and just south of the Florida Keys, and then eventually looks like it'll make a northward turn into Florida. But again, that forecast track uncertainty still remains fairly high as the models continue to waffle in terms of its track. Remember this morning for the 8:15 briefing, for those that saw it, the global model tracks were into western Florida, but they have actually shifted more easterly now and take it right into Miami and up into the Carolinas later in the period. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one, as the track still remains fairly uncertain, as the model trends are still widely variable in terms of where it will make landfall in the U.S. For assets or personnel and whatnot that are down in Florida, it would be highly recommended to make preparations now, as this will be a very dangerous storm as it projects to make landfall later this weekend into early next week. Well, that'll conclude the 10 a.m. weather briefing for today. We'll be back again with you tomorrow morning for the Daily Ops weather briefing at 8:15. Have a great day.